Hints of Love Gorgeous and Mysterious Resin Coasters. The first one that I'm going to be doing is a coaster with a 1-to-1 ratio epoxy resin that I lay down first. I take a pink glitter, I follow the edge of the mold, and now I grab my blue sapphire ink and make random dots because I'm going to mix it in and twirl it around, mixing that pretty pink glitter and that sapphire blue. Now I take a pigment. I have put 2 drops into this little container and mixed it well. I'm not adding a ton of the pigment. I just want to add a little dynamic to what this resin coaster is going to turn out to be. So I take my stir, which is one of my favorite tools, as you know, my toothpick. Now I'm adding 4 little wooden tiles, and I have spelled out the word LOVE, love, for Valentine's Day or perhaps just any old day. And I put it at the top. I like to scatter it, not in a linear fashion because I know it's going to move with the resin. I add and top off it with more resin and just allow it to sit. And as you can see, some of that blue, sapphire blue, is coming onto the tiles. I can adjust it here and there, so I wipe off the top so that the letters are apparent. I also know that some of that dye is going to be on it, and that's okay. It's part of the resin creation. And we're just playing with a different dynamic of adding something to our resin coaster. For this coaster, I am using 2 different types of chameleon powder, grape and blue, in equal amounts. I start by putting my 1-to-1 ratio epoxy resin down first, and then I take my gorgeous mixture and pour it around. It's absolutely stunning even before I do anything to it. This is a pigment, again, with that 2 drops to 1 ratio, and I'm just spreading it around. I do a flower type of shape. I also just get in there and twirl around. It's really relaxing. It's so fun to play with the medium of epoxy resin and the pigments. I allow them to dry for about 24 hours. Let's reveal this love-tiled resin coaster. Oh yeah, I love the way that the sparkles flow through the pigments of that white pigment and also the sapphire blue. The tiles are so sweet. They definitely have the blue over it, and you could take it off more as it's drying, but it is appropriate that it would carry some of the color of the resin over it. It's part of this pretty coaster. Let's reveal. Okay, mixed those 2 chameleon powders and a little bit of pigment, letting it sit and dry for 24 hours, and oh yeah, this is stunning. I love the purple and the blue, and look at the center. I see a heart, and it looks like all of it's emanating from it. It just is so pretty. The way it delicately sparkles and the way that the lines come from the center outward. It's beautiful. The white pigment in the back added a really pretty dynamic as well. Looking at it as it twirls, we can see the 2 different stories on each side. That mysterious little heart that I see, and that iridescent chameleon powder mixture really came out nicely. This luxurious and deep and mysterious combination of pigment, glitter, fun little wooden tiles. These are soft to the touch and playful to the eye. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I am wishing you happy resin coaster creations.